Hello and welcome to another video in my Web API.NET Basics series. So as always, go ahead and follow me on GitHub, website, and email. Right then, so we are continuing from where we stopped in the previous video. In the previous video, I was able to build a simple UI to collect the input from the user. Now, it's not an attractive UI, as I mentioned many times in my other videos. I'm not a very I actually don't know much about UI. I know the basics and stuff, so that's all I can do. So we have a very simple UI. It looks very ugly, but it is functional, and that seems to be working just fine. So we have this. So now we want to go ahead and link up. So let me just get. So what are we trying to do here? So if I open up my Paint app, the idea is very simple. So I already have an API which takes two numbers. Yes, so it takes two numbers, right, maybe 10 and 20, and then it will respond by giving, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division results. So now what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to build a simple web app which will allow me to send these numbers and then show the result. So that's really all we are trying to do. So let's do that, right? So now I have this one. I have the add thing. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and here I want to call the API. So let me go here and we see if I can run this API. There you go. The API is working. Good. The API is working just fine. And I can go ahead and say add two numbers. And it is running just fine. Addition successful, 0 and 0 is equal to 0. That's fine. So that's good. So now the next step is to call this API from here. So what we'll do here is let's go ahead and open up my NASA project from before. So I have the NASA project where we did something really similar. So I'm going to go ahead and I will say here, and I want to do this. This is the one. And I want to say open. Now we did this in the previous series of videos, so I hope it's okay to reuse this code. So what we did last time is we were able to use the HTTP client to call the API endpoint, and that is what I am going to do. So here now we have a slightly different scenario. Last time all we had to do was a get method. We did not have to do the post method. So for that, I need to go ahead and try to take help from the other project that I have. So let's go ahead and do that as well. So let's go ahead here, and what I want to do is this one, and here I have, and then here it is. So you can see here that in my for Blobber project, I am actually making a post call right there. So that looks fine to me. So we should be able to do this just fine. So I have the request body here. So let's go ahead and do a combination of these two things, right? So I'm going to go to this one. So I'll keep this here on my other monitor. So I'll come back. So what I want to do is I want to write that code. So I'll come here, okay? And let me start writing the HTTP client. The first step is I want to go ahead and build out the request body. So that's what I really need. So first I want the URL. So I want the full URL of API and full URL. I'm going to call this one. Where do I get this from? I go to my Swagger and I go here. I get the full URL. So this is what I need. So first step, get the URL, put that in your string, right? And the next thing I need is the body. So I want to go ahead and create the request body. So I'm going to say var request body is equal to, now remember we are posting, so we have to post the data. The post data is coming in this specific object. So we want to do something like this. We want to say JSON convert right, I think I have to install a package for this if I'm not wrong. So let's go ahead and get the package first. Go here, NuGet packages, and you want to go ahead and use the Newtonsoft package. Yeah, let's install that. Good. Install. Apply. Sounds good. Let's come back to our page here. Okay, here we go. And you want to say var request body is equal to JSON convert dot serialize object number DTL. So what is happening is, so again, let me just bring up my Paint software here. So when we are dealing with API endpoints and stuff like that, we have our C# object, right? So we convert that into JSON format before we send it to the API. Same thing when you get something from the API, that's going to be in the JSON format, and then you use the JSON package Newtonsoft to convert that back to C# objects. This is a very fairly standard practice. It is essential as well. You know, you can write your own serializers and deserializers if you want to, but I'm just going to use JSONsoft and make my life easy. So that's what we are doing here. So this is a C# object. We convert that into a JSON body. So far, so good. The next thing what we want to do is we want to start using our HTTP client. So just like we did last time with the NASA APOD example project. So let's go ahead, var client, right? HTTP is equal to, the AI is trying to help me. So that's good. And here I want to again say using var request is equal to new HTTP request message. Okay, so these are the two things we need to make the post call. Again, I'm using the example code from one of my own projects. So let's go ahead and build the request here. So what I need now is I want to go ahead and set the method type. So this is going to be a post because we are sending data. Next, I want to go ahead and update the request URI, which is going to be the full URL. I hope that works just fine. Do I have to use like a object for that? I think I do. I need to use the new URI option here, and I'm going to say full URL. So that seems to be good. Now I need to set the content. So I'm going to say request.content. Now remember, everything that you're doing is literally what we did in Postman. So all these things, you know, endpoint, the raw, the body. So whatever was the Swagger, again, when we do Swagger, these things are automatically done in the background. So really what we are doing is whatever Swagger and Postman do so easily, automatically, we are literally writing the code line by line to make it happen. That's really all that is happening. So request, now there are better ways of doing it and I will discuss it in the future videos, but right now we'll stick to the simpler stuff because you're just starting. So request.uri, and then go ahead and set the content. Content is request body, right? That part is set. I don't think we have to worry about the header and stuff. I think those things are already set. This is a very basic call, so I think we are okay. So what are we doing here now? Then let's collect the response. Let's collect the response. So this is going to be, I think I have to make this one an async, so I think we'll do that now. HTTP response message, yeah, HTTP response message is equal to, we'll just call this response, is equal to, is this going to be an await thing? Await, what is this called? HTTP dot send async request. And I don't know, there's something called configure await false. I really don't know what that is yet, so I'm just gonna, I've used it before, so I'm gonna use that here. Then what I want to do is I want to say string, and I'll say result is equal to await response dot content dot read as string dot async. Okay, so this should be good enough. Now I think that's all I need to do. Let's see if this works. Okay, so let's put a breakpoint here, and I am getting the async, so I have to make this one an async task. There we go. So far so good. Looks good. Okay, so I hope this works. So let me just double check this. So I have the URL. Cool. I have the request body. Looks fine. And I have the HTTP client, and I have the request as well. So far so good. Then I am setting the method to post, which is again fine. I have the request URI with the full URL. Looks good. And the content, already been, serialized. So again, that's really nice. String content looks fine to me. And I don't need to add any specific headers, so I think we are okay. Then I'm collecting the response by calling using the HTTP client. So far so good. Send it asynchronously. Okay, this configure it, I guess that's not really necessary, but I'm using it in my example project, so I'll leave that as it is. And then I'm getting the response and storing it in the result. So okay, so let's see what happens. So I'm gonna build this. Okay, hopefully it'll work. We'll find out in a second. Okay, build is happening. Good, let's go. Make sure that both the projects are running. I want the API running as well. So far so good. Okay, looks good. And let's go to calculate. Nice. Okay, and I'm gonna say 10, cool, 20, add. Okay, we are here. Okay, so we got the two numbers, 10 and 20. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay. Oh, let's put a breakpoint here. Let's put a breakpoint. Oh, it's already there. Oh, okay. I hope this works. Exciting stuff. I always get excited when I'm doing coding. So, oh no, no. Unsupported media type. We have a problem. I think I need to mention right, unsupported headers. Okay, hold on. Request message, headers. I think I need to specify the application type. Is that really necessary? I thought that was automatic. Right. I didn't know if that was necessary. I thought we could just do it without that. So hold on. Let's see. This is interesting. Okay. All right. So let's see. Okay. So let's continue. Okay, right. So let's see. So it says unsupported header. So maybe I have to add a header anyway. So request dot headers dot add. Yeah. I think I have to add content type, right? Application type something. I remember there's something called. I didn't know we had to add it. Request type dot headers. Request dot headers dot add content type. I think we need to specify this. Yeah, this is what I was looking for. I've seen in some code we have to add application type dot JSON, otherwise we'll get that error. So I think this is kind of expected. So let's go ahead and try to see that. Okay, I think this will take care of it. If it doesn't solve, then I'll stop the recording, solve it, and then I'll come back in the next video. So let's give it a try. Like I said, I'm not very good with UI development. Never been a fan. Okay, all right, so let's go 10, 20, add. Continue. Oh, content type. Oh no. Oh, why is this not working? This is an issue. Why is this not working? I'm getting a different kind of error. Request wait request. Okay, content type application add. Hold on, let me just see what we did in the previous project. Hold on. So I have my Razor API. See here, I didn't have to set this at all. So headers, I didn't have to use it. Read as string async seems to work fine. HTTP request message. Okay, looks fine. HTTP request dot headers content type. Okay, hold on. One second, let me just see. .accept.add. One second, hold on. Okay, one second. Let me see what I'm missing here. String content. Request.headers.accept. I think it has to be accept. Okay, it's accept application-json, and then what I want to do is new string content, request body, coding that. Right. Okay. Request.content is equal to new string content request body. Okay, I don't know if this is what it was expecting. Is equal to HTTP response message. HTTP.send async. Yeah, this is the one. I don't know. Send async. Okay, I don't know if this doesn't work. I just have to resume the videos later. Okay, let's see what happens. Accept. Okay, here we go. Let's try it again. Okay, 10 and 20. Okay, here we go. Oh, did it work? What? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, I did get worried a little there. Okay, I was worried, not little, a lot actually. Okay, so what did we do? So it looks like, now this is what I don't understand. Like in my other project, I'm gonna just bring it up here on the screen. Now you see here, this is what bothers me a lot of times. Like I am doing this one here. So if I go to this one, I am making a post request, right? Now let's put it side by side. This is something which always bothers me, like where am I missing and what. So I'm doing the same thing, right? I have the request dot method here, and I have the request dot method here. I have the request URI, I have the request URI, and I have the content, I have the content, and I am doing the string content. Oh, I didn't do, oh, right. I did not do the encoding. That was the problem. Oh, it's right there. Ooh, I didn't encode it in UTF-8. Oh my God, was that the problem? Let's just do that. Okay, hold on. So I didn't do this. So will this code work if I don't put this line? Hold on. Let me just see. I just realized maybe that was not the issue at all. right? So let's just experiment a little bit. The part of learning about programming is the kind of challenge it throws, and you overcome them, and you're curious, like, what was the cause of the issue. So let's keep going. Let's give it a try. I think that was the main thing. There you go. Oh, it was not the header thing. Ooh, okay, all right. Okay, so what the mistake I did was I forgot to mention the encoding. Right, it's right there in my example code as well. I don't know why I missed it. So if I remove the encoding, let's try that. All right, let's get rid of the encoding. Okay, so now I will get an error. I should get an error. I know one of the things about coding is that you should be able to recreate your own errors. It really helps you. Okay, there we go. Add, continue. Okay, so let's do that again. Continue. 10, 20, add. Result, unsupported media type. Oh, there it is. So last time it was crashing, but this time it's just giving me an error that says unsupported media type. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, but why was it crashing before the? Okay, all right, that's fine, that's okay. So make sure, we gotta make sure we mention the encoding. So let me just take this and put it back where it belongs. Very nice. Okay, so here we go, and calculate, continue, 10 and 20, add, and I want to put a breakpoint just before the result. Continue, and I check the result, and I have the answer 30. Cool, it's working fine so far. Continue again, and voila. So far so good. Okay, so there you go, folks. So we'll keep again, I've crossed the 20-minute limit, so I don't want to go with videos to be more than 20 minutes, so we'll stop here. So we'll keep going. So we got the information working. The only next step is to show the information on the screen. So let's do that in the next video. And yes, as you saw, I forgot to put the encoding, and that did not give me the answer. And the worst part is I did put the encoding in my example project. Like I said, I'm really terrible at this front end thing. I despite my best efforts to become better at it. But anyway, there you go. But so yeah, we'll continue in the next video. We'll try to show the answer. Right now, if you see here, I enter the input and everything, right? And I click on add, and you'll see that I am getting the result from the API, right? So the API is running. Let me just show you, right? I have the API running here, right? And I'm getting the answer. So that part is working. So the next part is to just show the response on the screen. Like right now, it just says calculation result. It's not showing the result itself. So that's the next part, which I'll cover in the next video. Okay.